What's up guys, HF Masters here today with another review, this time on Pohatu Uniter of Stone. Ages are 714, item number 71306, 90 pieces. On the back you have guitar, Pohatu, you can do it the Unity mode, and just a comic. Alright, here is Pohatu, fully built, and one of the most controversial things about this set is the color scheme. The color scheme, there's tons of debate among the Bionicle community on whether or not this is a giant piece of crap color scheme or if it's good. Most people, not really liking it. Personally, I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people are saying it is. It is definitely one of those things that I think you need the set in hand to truly decide what you think about it. Personally, I don't mind it as much as I thought I would. Although I am not really looking at it and saying, oh, this is the best color scheme ever. Alright, taking a look at Pohatu's weapon, it is, again, one of the more controversial things, because lots of people, they look at this random ball over here, and they don't really like it. Personally, I don't mind it. I think it's cool as a detail, but when you are using the swivel function, which I'll get into a little bit later, it is very annoying. Another thing is that with the weapon, well, I don't mind the weapon. I think overall it's a good weapon. I feel like this part in the middle needs to be longer because there isn't really enough space for you to be able to move his arms. They're pretty much always stuck in this one position like this, which is very annoying, and it does kind of detract from posability. Another thing is that this new piece over here, it is pretty good. It is a little bit flimsy on the top, which I'm not sure if that's good, because if you ram his spear into, say, an enemy of some sort, maybe Umarak, then there is a possibility that this will break. However, I do feel like this is good. Alright, taking a look at the function of Pohatu this year. Last year was the arm swinging function. This year it is the swivel function. So what you do is this gear back here, you just move it like so, and it'll move around, and as you can see, this little ball, it just constantly rams into Pohatu. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't mind the ball, but I do not like it in the swivel function because it constantly is just ramming into his leg. There's not enough space over here, and it is very annoying. Also, taking a look at the back, you can see for what is completely pretty much a new thing so far, I think they're doing a good job of covering it up. I think they probably could have gotten away with putting a armor piece where this brown piece is. However, that may conflict with the Unity mode, which if you get Guitar Creature Stone, you can kind of combine Pohatu and guitar together, and you will get an entirely different thing, which I will have a separate video on. But I think that's good. And also, speaking of Unity mode, that is why there are two random pins sticking out right here. Now, some people, they're gonna really, really hate these pins, because these pins are they're sticking out. They don't blend in too well. I mean, well, the gray one works out, but this blue one is it's kind of really out there. It's pretty much the only blue thing on the set. Some people, they're really going to hate that. Now, if you like the idea of the Unity mode, you can look past it, but some people, they're not going to like Unity mode, or they just won't be able to get guitar, and because of that, these will be completely useless, and they will just view this as an imperfection and just an overall bad part of the set. Now again, one of the other controversial things about this set, yeah, this guy has a lot of controversial things about him, his arms. His arms are built in such a way that they're interesting. Now, I do think because of his weapon being the way it is, they kind of work, but the problem with his arms is that if you're ever holding his weapon one-handedly, they will have this sort of look that you guys can see on the screen right now, and it just looks terrible. It doesn't work out, so it kind of forces you to always be looking at it in this kind of two-handed sort of way. And a lot of people don't really particularly like two-handed weapons, and they would rather have it one-handed because they feel like they can get some better playability out of it. Now, while some people kind of see that, I do think it's not too big of a deal here because the swivel function, once again, it works perfectly with this set. Along with sets like Galliano Nua with other two-handed weapons, I feel the swivel function really comes into play there. And just overall, good job of getting the swivel function to play with the set. Here is a closer-up look of Pohatu's mask this time around. As you can see, it is pretty good. I personally like this more than the 2015 mask. As you can see, they do have the Nuva symbol straight in the middle, which is just one of those nice sort of callbacks to people that have been there since Gen 1. And it's an overall nice thing. Another thing is they did for this time, they decided to go with all the regular masks. They all sort of changed into silver at the top, which personally on Pohatu I think it works here, but not on all of the other sets. So similar to the 2015 sets, Pohatu 2016 comes with the golden mask. However, this time, unlike 2015, these masks are not completely solid gold. Now this is true with every set. They all sort of just kind of go into a transparent one here. This one goes from gold to trans yellow. Personally, I really like it. I think it's pretty cool. Here's what the gold mask looks like on Pohatu. It kind of works. The trans yellow really plays to the set. I think the trans yellow works out well on this set because there's a lot of trans yellow here. There's some trans yellow down there. This is sort of trying to be trans yellow. There's some on the ball, and then his arms also really having a lot of trans yellow in there. So I do think the gold mask, for the most part, it works on the set, but I do kind of wish it was silver. Alright, so here is a side-by-side comparison of Pohatu 2016 and Pohatu 2015 from the front and the back. For anyone more interested in this, in the future we will be making a more in-depth version of a comparison between 2015 Toa and the 2016 Toa. So overall, Pohatu 2015, he is probably the most controversial set of this wave, but overall, I think as a set, there is a lot you can get with this. I think kids will enjoy it. They'll have a lot of fun with it, and overall, it is a good buy. So thank you guys for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.